AITA for not leaving my mother-in-law anything to eat after she said she wasn't hungry? We usually do intermittent fasting, meaning we don't eat after 5 p.m., but when I'm on my period, my appetite gets several times bigger. Last night I craved for a chicken sandwich with chili and I asked my mother-in-law whether she wanted any. She said no, she wasn't hungry, and since my husband doesn't eat at that time, I only made one. I quickly gobbled it up, and when my mother-in-law came into the kitchen again, the plate was already wiped clean. She asked me in shock, "You're done that fast?" I was pretty embarrassed and told her it's my favorite. Then she said, "And you didn't think to at least offer people staying in the house with you a bite?" I was confused and told her, "But you said you weren't hungry and Jake, my husband, doesn't eat at this hour." She said, "You didn't think to store some in the fridge in case I do get hungry?" I told her, "I'm sorry, I really didn't think that far ahead. I'll make a new one." But then I remembered that we were all out of chili and sheepishly told her I'ma go buy some. She told me not to bother, but I insisted. But even after looking at several convenience stores, I couldn't find the brand I was looking for, and since it was nearly midnight by then, I didn't have many options. I called Jake and asked him what I should do, and he told me to just get one from a snack near us. When I got home though and brought it to my mother-in-law, she refused to eat it and said, "I told you to forget it, I don't eat takeout." She insisted she didn't want it, nor did she want anything else, as she wasn't hungry. That she had just smelled the chili earlier and wanted a bite. I told her, "Okay, if you need anything let me know." I went back to the kitchen and ate that sandwich too. The next day, Jake and I wake up to find mother-in-law gone, with a text sent to my husband that says she won't be putting her foot in our house ever again for the amount of disrespect I showed her. Apparently she did get hungry later and went looking for the sandu and couldn't find it. Jake was livid that I ate that one too and told me this is my fault and I should go with him to apologize to her. I got angry too and told him why couldn't she have just asked directly instead of going around all these circles in the first place? He ignored me and grabbed his jacket and keys and left. Am I really in the wrong here? NTA, your Mill is a grown-ass woman and capable of making her own food if she's hungry. NTA, what the holy hell did I just read? The topper is that your husband thinks you did something wrong? Forget Mill. You've got a husband problem. I can't believe he was okay with you running around at midnight for his mom. NTA. You offered her some. She said no. You're not required to make and store her a meal like she's a child. NTA. If someone tells you they don't want any, they don't get any. Words mean things. NTA. I have a suspicion Op would have been in trouble with Mill no matter what she did. I'm not hungry now, but could you save it for me? Quote. And that's all Mill had to say to not have this situation. NTA. NTA, but I'm so proud of you for accidentally outing this woman's manipulative behavior. Chaotic good. I just picture everyone in this house sneaking back into the kitchen to eat random food and the next person being so sad that it's gone. To be clear, you went way above and beyond by trying to replicate the chicken chili sandwich the first time. That was far more than required by standards of kindness. You asked and she declined. Twice. Girl, she's setting you up at that point. But you literally ate right through her plan. I love it. NTA, your Mill needs to learn how to communicate better. You are not a mind reader. Does she not cook for herself? I am assuming she is old school, and when she cooks with intention of feeding more than herself and possibly leftovers. But you asked if she wanted. She said no. Not hungry. Are you to assume when she says no she means yes? If she just wanted a bite later she could have said, Not hungry now, but maybe later I will have a few bites. Then you would have left her some chili or made extra. AITA, she straight up said she doesn't eat takeout. She's behaving like a toddler. You're NTA. But what is your husband up to? Why are you in charge of checking on his mom's needs? He knows her better and could have been a better host by making sure there was something she could eat during her visit. Yes, she could order or make something, but family normally takes care of you when you visit. Your husband is the one that should apologize for being useless through all this. But that's probably how he was raised. NTA, you aren't a mind reader. She said she had no interest. Mill also could have said, hey, I'm not hungry now, but if you're cooking, can you make extra for a little later? And she chose not to. You have every reason to be confused by Mill behavior. NTA, I hate when people play games with food. Being rude on top of it guarantees a no-win outcome. NTA, are you sure she is Jake's mom, and not his 5-year-old child from a previous relationship? She said no. You aren't a mind reader or a fortune teller to see that her no means something else. NTA, when people are asked whether they are hungry and respond multiple times that, no, I'm not hungry, I don't eat takeout, and never explicitly ask you to save them some in case they get hungry later, or suddenly decide they will eat takeout after all, why, on God's green earth, do they then feel entitled to get angry because you are neither A, a fortune teller who can read the future, nor B, a clairvoyant who can read their mind? Jake's mother sounds like not only an a-hole, but indecisive, entitled and lazy. Jake sounds like a mama's boy. NTA, you bent over backwards way beyond what you should have. This person was just messing with you. And not in a nice way. But hey, she said she will never be visiting again. So problem solved. Just hold her to that. NTA, she said she doesn't eat takeout. So why would she expect it to be there? Glad she left. DH is a problem, though. NTA, I'm not about people having bites of my food. If I offer to make you something and you say no, you don't get to be biting my food. You went out of your way for her, and I get the feeling she was just playing games with you. Hard NTA! Exclamation mark. She is being an entitled bisnatch. Let's look past the obvious here. The fact that you felt the need to make her a sandwich after she refused is weird. The fact that you then went out to try to buy ingredients to make one, despite her telling she doesn't want one, is concerning. The fact that you then had to call your husband to figure out what to do when you didn't find the exact ingredient is deeply troubling. It all gives the impression that you're almost panically afraid of somehow slighting her. Jake and his mother feeling after all this the problem is that you didn't do enough is completely insane, and gives us a hint where that fear is coming from. It's obvious there is a much deeper problem there, somewhere. This could be a you issue, but that last part points to the problem not being you at all. Please Google cycle of abuse and assess if you recognize a pattern. NTA. NTA, unless you have some sort of fortune-telling ability. Plus, it doesn't seem like it's about food at all.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.